The crested gecko splat has got a pretty decent enclosure as things go on, but it could be better. His lighting, well, it does the job. He's got like a plant growth LED and the plants do grow pretty nice underneath it, and he's got a UVB bulb and he's got a heat lamp and so on, but it just isn't quite there. The plant growth lights are actually optimised to be used over a glass top and his is mesh, so I'm not actually getting the best out of them. And also his UVB bulb is sort of designed to go on the inside of an enclosure rather than sit on top. And so whilst it works, it isn't quite perfect. Now just a few videos ago, John Courteney-Smith did actually send me quite a lot of stuff. Now if you don't know, John Courteney-Smith is the dude over at Arcadia, the head of science and innovation. And so whenever he sends me stuff, which isn't all that often, it is going to be good. And within the stuff that he sent me, we have got quite a few lighting upgrades for Splat, and installing those upgrades and doing some first impression reviews on them is what we're going to be doing in today's video. Now make sure that you hit the like button, make sure you leave me comments to tell me what you think, and do subscribe to my channel so that you never miss an upload. But with that, let's go and install a new lighting tech.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Now I don't know about you, but I think that looks a hell of a lot better. So the lights that I've added to this enclosure is a Jungle Dawn LED bar and a ShadeDweller ProT5 UVB kit. Now the Jungle Dawn LED bar is basically a brand new plant growth light, or just like a white light LED, and it is an absolutely incredible solution for an enclosure like this or a range of other enclosures, because it has got an incredible amount of energy just coming out of a relatively low watt bulb. The 15 and 22 watt versions, mine's a 22 watt version by the way, actually give out 138 lumens per watt, which is just absolutely mind blowing. It means that the 22 watt version, which is 45 centimeters long, so fits nicely on a 45 centimeter long Exoterra enclosure, that gives out a cumulative 3036 lumens, which is absolutely ridiculous. And then of course the larger size Jungle Dawn LED bars actually give out a whopping 141 lumens per watt, and all of this is in a crisp, lovely white light. So you're basically just bound to get incredible plant growth underneath them. And of course, if you're using them for other species, particularly ones that enjoy an arid environment, such as Charm-Eye Bearded Dragon, who is sulking back there because he's entering brumation as I film this video, that should really get them active. As well as this, the diodes in the LED bar are actually packed really tightly together so that they create a sort of flood of light. Now that's one of the key flaws of LEDs, is that they do just create a sort of light beam straight underneath them, so to get a true flood you have to pack them close together like this. And really there aren't any other LEDs you can get at the moment that actually do that. Even the old style Jungle Dawns, you can see that separate beams are created, more obviously, and so the Jungle Dawn LED bar is definitely a leap forwards in terms of technology. And of course the Jungle Dawn LED bar does just look like it fits on top of an enclosure like this. You can actually fit them inside of wooden enclosures if you want to, but like having something that just looks neat on top of an enclosure like this is a real big bonus, because you don't have any of those horrible big canopy things that I hate, or like the old jungle dawns, you had to use like little ceramic fittings and they'd weigh the mesh down. And actually it looks so good that my parents actually commented on it after I put the jungle dawn LED bar on there. Which is kind of a big thing, because at this point I think they've just given up with the fact that the living room's got like glass enclosures in it filled with lizards and I'm the only one interested in them. So when they think that there's something good to comment on, that is a big bonus. Anyway though, as you can sort of see, Splat's enclosure was like incredibly overgrown when I did this light swap. So what I've done since then is I've actually hacked a load of the plant growth back. And the date of me filming like all of this stuff where I am today is the 19th of October, so the next time I do an update, I'll refer back to this and we can see how much it's grown in under that new lighting. And not forgetting the poor little thing, let's talk about the ShadeDweller. Now, this is actually the 4th ProT5 ShadeDweller ProT5 unit that I've had, because they are just that fantastic. Now what they are is like they're sort of an all-in-one solution created with shade-dwelling animals in mind. So they give off UV, but they only give off a very, very gentle UV. So that species such as leopard geckos and crested geckos, which are evolved to like live in nooks and crannies during the day and only really come out at dawn and dusk, aren't going to get burnt by it. Now, it's sort of like not your everyday T5, it's sort of more like a T8 light, but trapped in the tiny little shell of a T5 bulb so that it's really neat. And this means that it does just give out a really gentle UV whilst looking very nice and being in a small frame. I'm not actually going to talk very much about the ShadeDweller in this video, because I do plan on doing a full review on the ShadeDweller unit, because I've had loads of them for quite a long time, so I do feel confident enough to like give my full opinion on them. But rest assured, they are a fantastic light, and they do just look a lot nicer sat on the top of enclosures than like old style sort of, you know, the ones for UVB that you get where they have like 2 separate plug things and you put them in the end and then you're like meant to put them on the roof of a Viv. Trust me when I say that they do not look very nice sat on the top of an enclosure, and that ProT5 units really do. Anyway guys, I really could not be more happy with this. This is such a massive upgrade for Splat, the crested gecko, and I am just hoping that it plays out fine as time goes on. I'm sure it will. The lights look incredible. Since like first recordings, some of my bromeliads have started blushing a bit better already, so I am incredibly excited to see how that turns out, and I'm also excited to see how Splat reacts when he gets used to having the ShadeDweller there rather than the old crap UVB thing that he used to have. Now once again, if you did enjoy this video, then please leave it a like and tell me that you did in the comments, and also subscribe to my channel so that you never miss an upload. But for now, that is pretty much it for my like initial impressions on these lights, and to sum them all up, wow. Anyway guys, keep following nature's example, and until then I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!
And on